CSW #1 contenders match is about to go down. The tops of Wisconsin. One of the best heavyweights in the entire scene out there.
Yep.
To meet one of Chicagoland's very best of all time. And NWA Power's top-notch rising superstar on Fight TV, All Day Marshe Rockett. Lots on the line here. A chance against Brubaker. Who do you think's got the edge in this one? Both riding a winning streak. Marshe absorbing 3 stages of hell and winning against Acid Jazz. One Joey Jet Avalon with several singles wins in CSW, but there is no opponent tougher in that ring, more explosive, agile, athletic, and powerful than Marshe Rockett.
Well, Kenton,
this is a tough pick, but you can't bet against the guy with the shovel.
Steve, let me tell you something. The road to Marshe Rockett's 3rd CSW championship will be traced.
That chop will wake you up, and were you amazed that Avalon was the one that fired first?
Very much caught me off guard. But what I was saying, the road to his 3rd CSW championship win is going to be traced back to this match. I feel it, Kenton, the former 2-time heavyweight champion here in CSW, Marshe Rockett, wants to regain that title, and he's ascending the heights of professional wrestling. The winner of this match, this #1 contenders match. Man, I just feel it, man.
Once again, Avalon with the advantageous position.
Not cutting Avalon short.
Clean break. Nope. Marshe misses the chop, and Avalon smiling about it.
Well, Avalon isn't stupid. He's very smart. He has him scouted. He does have the former CSW champion scouted.
Avalon's been ripping and tearing through the entire CSW locker room, it seems like piece by piece, opponent by opponent, using a shovel at times to get the advantage.
Yeah, he's crazy the way he swings that thing
But
around.
All Day Marshe Rockett is all about winning and winning the right way. With M80, with awesome offensive flurries, with power slams and high impact offense. But is Avalon ready for all that? I think Avalon is hardcore. He's battle tested. He's been in some of the hardest hitting, most brutal matches in recent years in Wisconsin than anyone's ever seen.
And that's not an easy place to be.
He's lost blood. He has had his body tortured and ravaged, and he's still fighting on it.
Yeah.
This guy's like a machine in there. Marshe with a dive. And Avalon's down on the far side. Well, there might be a casualty already. Marshe trying to finish this match off quickly. You don't want to let Avalon have an opportunity to swing a shovel anywhere. Avalon trying desperately to regain his breathing and his vision. He definitely was not silly, absorbing the impact of Marshe diving over the top rope. Marshe is not a cruiserweight, Stan. This guy is 275 pounds. When he goes over that top rope, it's like rockets and missiles and bombs have been dropped all over the place.
Or like any anime fan will attest to, like the SDF-1 from the Robotech series.
Give credit to Avalon. He absorbed the abuse by Marshe, but he walked right into that. An open-handed chop, a knife-edge chop, and Marshe's got more of those in his system.
That one threw him off. People want to see it again.
Former CSW heavyweight and Metro Division champion is Marshe Rockett. He has dominated both of those divisions before. But this is an opponent that Marshe needs to defeat. And Avalon has been literally unstoppable in singles matches in CSW so far. What a drop kick, and Avalon was trying to use instinct to get up immediately, but then he collapsed down onto the mat again. Running knee drop. Will Avalon continue to fight on? And he still does right here. You got to have the desire, the determination. You want to face the Filth King Brubaker in his environment. He's been unbeatable, Stan.
He has been.
He might go on a reign of terror to go on for a period of years in CSW if he doesn't meet the right opponent.
Hey, very reminiscent of Marshe Rockett's 2 CSW title reigns, where between the two of them, he had 32, count them, 32 successful wins.
And we know between the two of us what's happened between Marshe and Brubaker in the past in CSW. We've had some all-out riots and bars between those two.
Absolutely.
And Avalon continues to absorb chops, not defending himself wisely at all. Marshe developing a smile on his face because he knows Avalon's falling into every trap that Marshe has planted. I think Marshe Rockett is close to being a household name, Stan.
He is a household name. He's in the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance.
We're talking about IWRG Mexico Tag Team Champion. We're talking about being featured regularly on Fight TV for NWA Power. Featured on pay-per-view. I mean, Marshe Rockett's making a huge name for himself, and sooner or later, everyone's going to know who he is. Why is Avalon keeping the ref in so tight? Oh, Avalon sneaking by Crafty. The elbow sent Marshe crashing into the barricade. Marshe's hurt. We all know what Avalon loves to do to his opponents. Drop them, deliver package pile drivers, use a show. It's pretty basic, you know. He finds ways to hurt your chest, your head, your neck, your back, and then when you least expect it, he strikes, and he does it deliberately and quickly. That's what makes Avalon very dangerous. That's what makes him a champion elsewhere. That's why Avalon is in this #1 contenders match. You have the instincts that Avalon has. Yeah, Marshe, very explosive and quick himself, but Avalon's very crafty.
But think about it. Avalon was not the CSW champion 2 times over multiple years. 407 days for his first reign, Marshe Rockett. 338 days in his second reign, beating the likes of Austin Roberts, Brubaker, Nick Cutler, Steve Boz, Mustafa Ali. Isn't that the guy on some Monday night TV show? Matt Winchester.
Yeah, you're not pronouncing his name right. Who's keeping track?
I
How dare you?
You're hooked away!
Even the fans are trying to correct you, Stan.
It's Mustafa?
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know, stupid, right?
Or maybe
Some
not
opponents,
stupid, but
both of these individuals
throwing
gotta
me off.
harden up.
You see the reason?
In the face of animosity, Stan, can Marshe handle the pressure of a Joey Jet Avalon tonight?
he must have
At CSW's Ascension.
He must have had.
Because he's being laid up on the ropes, being choked out right now. Doesn't look good.
No, not at all.
You can tell he's getting a lot weaker. He can't defend himself wisely. Ref might have to call this.
Oh, wait, you're being premature here, Kenton. You can't cut the 2-time CSW champion, former CSW champion, short.
Avalon has taken over control of this match. Very motivated to leave CSW winner. Kevin Woods facing the wrong direction, and a low headbutt between the legs of Marshe could be the end. Oh, 2 count only.
Kevin Woods is no slouch either. The referee is a former, wait, how many? 5 of those Futures Division Battle Royales he won? And you can check all those out at the YouTube channel. Articulator SK, is it?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Kevin Woods, underestimated as an in-ring competitor. However, he's found his niche as an official, and he's done a heck of a fine job officiating some of the most impressive competitive matches in CSW. Give him all the credit in the world. What a knee lift. Avalon puts some brakes on Marshe's attempt. Oh, forget that. Spine buster. Not at all. You see how Marshe picked him up 10 feet in the air before spinning and dropping him?
Yeah, and that
Hardly anyone has the ability to do that.
that came,
Wow, Avalon fighting back
that
immediately
came
with
from
a
Arn
double axe
Anderson.
handle.
That came from Arn Anderson, having worked with Marshe Rockett in previous years, teaching him that.
Don't underestimate Avalon's ability to absorb pain and agony and dish it out right
We've
back.
seen it. We've seen him do it. Absorbing it, dishing it out. We're seeing it right now.
Frankly, Stan, I don't think I've ever remembered Marshe Rockett delivering a spine buster and then his opponent hopping right back to his feet, just like he did. Like he didn't even feel a thing.
That's crazy. That's insane. That's what we're dealing with.
I mean, to me, Avalon is a step above the rest. If you can absorb an impact of a Marshe Rockett spine buster, a high-impact signature move, that puts you in a totally different category.
Totally different category. You're right. And
Avalon Going to put the finishing touch on Marshe
And
Rockett.
he's in control. Look at this.
Every high impact drop, you sense Marshe and his neck getting weaker for a package pile driver to potentially wipe him out.
Well, like you pointed out, that spine buster for him to get up from that and then continue to dominate, I sense something seriously wrong here.
Well,
Something's not
I
right.
mentioned that Marshe was powerful, but Joey Jet Avalon has very deceptive strength of his own. And he's an excellent striker, too. Avalon on the second rope. Oh, wow, he got intercepted by a super kick.
This is going to have to do it. I mean, he came off the rope that high, that elevation.
Avalon collapsed in pain for the first time. We have a stalemate and a break in the action, but for how long? This is for the #1 contendership in all of Chicago style
Normally,
wrestling.
we would see Marshe roll over, cover Avalon, and the match would have been over.
You gotta break down your opponent one part at a time. And both men able to stand almost at the same time. Marshe scoring with chops and takedowns. But Avalon fighting back. There's a pump kick which leads into Marshe's leg lariat. Back and forth. What a struggle we're witnessing here. Marshe, huge avalanche in the corner. The splash. And Avalon out on his own feet. Sky high. Power slam. Did he get it? Did he get it?
He didn't.
Oh,
He didn't get him.
man. It's not over.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. How did he kick out of that?
Marshe almost earned #1 contendership to face Brubaker next month. Would that be an epic match? If we were to witness that here at the American Legion next month. Friday night, October 15th.
Well, that's what I've been expecting. A third title win before the end of the year.
That was kind of blatant. Avalon nearly raked his eyes out of his head. Uppercut by Avalon. Now Marshe trying to go for the reversal. Oh wow, nice flatliner. Marshe bullshitless. Oh wow, that was close. 2 7/8.
Man, he barely kicked out.
So Stan, how would it go down if this match did not have a winner? Would that mean both of these individuals get the next title shot against Brubaker, or would they both have to go to the back of the line?
They would probably have to go to the back of the line. I'm assuming CJ Esparza or Ryan Matthews or somebody like that would get a title shot.
You might be honest, son. And Avalon continues to put pressure on Marshe Rockett.
Maybe even Joey Mayberry. I mean, he won the Futures Division Battle Royale, the 35th
Well, I mean, it's a little far-fetched to have Joey Mayberry out of the preview match.
never know. I
go
mean,
straight to the main event.
He did beat multiple men in a Futures Division
That's
Battle
an
Royale.
interesting point you raise here, Stan,
never
because
know.
the general manager, Steve Arendt, has really put a mix-up as far as who goes in that Futures Royal, because sometimes a loser from the main card might end up in the Futures Royal in the next month to really disrupt the system.
And that's the one thing, you just never know
And
what's in the
finally,
general manager's
we have
mind.
good officiating. Kevin Woods will not allow Joey Jet Avalon to blatantly use the steel shovel as a weapon. That's the right call.
Woods is not going to be intimidated.
Avalon should not have that shovel in his possession. Swing and a miss. Yeah, M80. 99.
Cover up Marshe.
We've got a new #1 contender, and it is Marshe.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Dude, he barely took.
Avalon rolled and was in the perfect position to force the rope break. Nobody that I can remember has been able to kick out of an M80 recently that particular way, this deep into a match with Marshe Rockett one-on-one. And now the shovel in play. Whoa!
What
Did you see what happened
I
there?
can't believe what I just seen.
Avalon stepped on one side of the shovel and it got launched between the legs.
Oh no.
Huge claim.
Don't let it end like this.
Oh, 2 count again.
Oh, good. I was gonna say, don't let it end like this. Don't let it end like this.
You know, if the referee had seen that, Stan, it would have been a disqualification,
Yeah, it would have
and
been a blatant
Marshe would be the one to earn the next title shot. So that definitely was not fair, and
Not
I
at
think
all.
that deserves a replay and another official to break this up and to make a ruling. Don't you think?
Nah, you can't do that. It's professional wrestling. We don't go by instant replays.
Package pile driver on the way. Marshe has got to defend himself from this. There's still a shovel in the ring. Marshe almost collided with the official Kevin Woods. And there's another flying swinging kick in midair. Wow, Avalon knocked his lights up, and Avalon stuns the crowd here in Franklin Park.
#1 contender.
Stunned the world.
CSW Championship. Joey Jet Avalon.
You talk about physicality. You talk about a guy defeating experience, a televised name in wrestling. Avalon has shocked the masses. Avalon will meet Brubaker next month for the title.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Can't say, Stan, that was totally an upset because Marshe's win-loss record in CSW in recent years has not been up to his potential, and he has some